Right, good morning, Mr. Bickerstaff. Understand you're Roger, yeah? Right, thank you very much for coming in. Right, this is for the granting of a Hackney carriage vehicle licence, and I'm going to ask Kirsty to read the report. Okay?
Thank you, Chair. So just to confirm, Mr. Bickerstaff, you've received a copy of the report, and you're happy with its contents?
Yeah, James has received that. He's happy with the content of that.
Okay,
yeah.
I'll run through it anyway, and if there's anything, you can just say.
Okay, thank you.
So the purpose of the report is to ask members to determine an application for the grant of a Hackney carriage vehicle licence, which falls outside the Licensing Committee's age policy guidelines. An application has been received from Mr. James Bickerstaff to licence the vehicle, which is detailed in paragraph 3.1 of your report, and members have already been down to inspect the vehicle. The vehicle in question is a Hyundai i40. And on inspection downstairs, the mileage was 76,302 miles. The full details are detailed in paragraph. Yeah, so that's the last MOT inspection, and 76,000 was when we went downstairs. A copy of the full application is detailed in Appendix A. Mr. Bickerstaff has also provided a full service history for the vehicle, which is detailed in Appendix B of your reports. Our age policy guidelines are detailed in paragraph 3.3. So at the time of writing the report, the vehicle was 8 years and 1 month old, and in accordance with the age policy guidelines, anything over 5 years requires committee consent. So moving to the recommendations, having regard to the report, the guidelines adopted by the Licensing Committee and any representations made today, the subcommittee is requested to determine the application. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Kirsty. Does anyone have any questions? Yeah. Steve.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you for bringing the car in. It's obviously a clean car, well looked after. Question for Kirsty, actually. I've read through our adopted policy on this, and my understanding is anything over 5 years and under 10 needs to be inspected twice a year rather than once a year. Is that's correct, yeah?
That's correct, yes. So they are subject to 2 MOT tests and an additional vanity test, I suppose, twice a year.
And on that basis, would you be willing to adhere to those requirements?
Yes, definitely, yeah. No problem.
How long have you been driving taxis?
Myself, 7 years. Yeah.
Do you know about the policy?
James is my son, it's his business. I retired 7 years ago and I started working for him then. So yeah, we are aware of the policies.
I was just going to ask the reason why you decided to buy a vehicle which was outside the policy. Maybe if you can explain that to the committee.
Yeah, I think the reason is James has had a couple more drivers again recently, and we've had a couple of vehicles, as things go, we had a couple of vehicles break down at the same time, unfortunately, had to needed repairs. So we thought we needed another vehicle just to keep us going. So to ensure the school runs can be done safely as well.
Hi there. Can you hear me all right? All right. Yeah, I was going to say that didn't answer Kirsty's question. So you need to buy another vehicle because the business expanded, but why did you buy one that was outside the time limit rather than buying one within the time limit? Was there a budgetary constraint?
Yes, it was to a certain extent, because obviously we had a couple of vehicles that had broken down. We had to spend money out on them to get them back on the road safely. And obviously we couldn't afford a new one then, unfortunately. So.
And just to confirm, you mentioned that this vehicle will be going on a school run. Is that right?
It may be, depends. Obviously, it normally be used as a spare vehicle to a certain extent, but if it is needed, then obviously we want to make sure it is safe and everything's okay with it.
Well, the rest of the committee have asked what I wanted to ask, so that's fine. We will make a decision 5 days. 5 days, yeah.
If you want to, you can. Do you want me to ask Mr. Biggerstaff to step outside and you make a decision and we'll come back?
There we are. Naomi, can we turn the recording off, please, for the moment?